So kale is not one of the most profitable crops. But in order to make it profitable here at Neversink, it's important for me to have it really, really early in the season. You know, it's something that we have because we need, you know, we're a farmer's market farm. We go to farmer's markets and that's where we sell. And so having it on the table is a good thing. I used to grow more of it, but I find I don't really need that much of it to have it on the table. But in order to earn some money on it, I need it early. So what I do is I grow it all throughout the winter. And then I start the spring stuff indoors, and I'll have a few beds indoors of kale that will take me from the winter to the summer. And there's that transition kale. And indoors it grows really nice and fast and great. And outdoors it takes a little longer. For me, I'm in zone 5A. And we just started harvesting out in the field, and it's really late in the season, but that kale indoors has really carried me through. It's not a lot, but it's enough. You know, having too much inside, you know, it's just not profitable enough. But having a little bit and having it early, you can get a little bit more money for it. A lot of the other farms don't have it yet, but once the other farms have it, then we have to switch to, you know, really big bunches and, you know, and outside to have a lot of kale so that we can make big bunches. And I do that transition for kale, and I also do it for chard. So chard I grow year-round, like I do kale. It's a bit harder to grow in the winter, and you know, it's sort of a separate video, but what I do is in the spring, I also grow it indoors again. I'll replant it because I can't, you know, the winter stuff isn't going to last, it's going to bolt. So I'll plant some early stuff late winter to grow indoors. But the chard is less of a transition like a kale would be, because for me, chard outside can have issues, especially in the spring. You get leaf miner, you can get leaf spot. It can be problematic. That stuff usually goes away by the summer when things get hotter. But even if it doesn't, I find chard to be a much more important crop than kale. It's more productive for me. People buy it more these days. So I keep the stuff indoors all summer long to make up for whatever's outside. And I just grow a little less outside so that I can split production between the two, so that I always have it available and it's always going to look good, right? Because sometimes outdoors we'll have to strip away some of the bad leaves on the outside and let it grow. But indoors is never an issue, nothing. It's just gorgeous indoors. And this enables us just to have it all summer long. So it's less of a transition like kale, and it's more of a mediating factor between what can happen outside and making sure that we are not taking risk with it, because it actually is, you know, a decent crop for us.